The G4 disaster just keeps getting worse. When one host finally stops attacking viewers, another starts to keep ruining their image, and now their vice president has told gamers, "Don't watch us if you're offended by Frosk's stunning and brave industry rant." I have a few things to show off, but before we get into the topic at hand, if you enjoyed the content that I create, please make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. Follow me on social media like Twitter or mine so that you can see when my content is posted. And of course, if you do really enjoy the videos and the live streams that I create, please consider becoming a Dark Titan via Patreon for just $1 a month or supporting the channel via YouTube memberships. All of the links are in the description, and of course, I do really appreciate all of the support. So this is a Bounding into Comics article that I wanted to start with. It says G4TV Senior Vice President Blair Herter tells gamers, "Don't watch us after Frosk's rant." You'd think a vice president would want as many viewers as possible, but no, he is pushing away a massive portion of their audience. It says G4TV Senior Vice President Blair Herter, who was previously a host on the network's Attack of the Show and X-Play programs, told gamers to not watch G4 following Frosk's now infamous rant about sexism in gaming. Of course, as you all know, in the middle of January, during X-Play's The Airing of Gaming Grievances segment, Frosk stated, in joining G4, "I was ecstatic to be part of something I grew up watching as a child." And then she went into how, it's somehow expected that you can talk about how much you jerked off to women as a compliment. It's dehumanizing. It's weird. Women do not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Morgan Webb, Olivia Munn did not exist to be nice on the eyes for you. Now, of course, if you had actually seen G4 from many years ago, original G4, the good G4, you would know that they kind of did exist on the show to be nice on the eyes for people. While yes, they did have gaming knowledge, I'm not saying they didn't, and they knew what they were talking about a lot of the time, they still were characters. They still had scripts they had to go by. They still played specific skits, and they still were pretty sexualized. I mean, how many hosts nowadays shove as many hot dogs into their mouth as possible? It was just kind of the shtick that they had. It was the character that they played, and that's all they did was play a character. But, she then stated, and that's just obvious sexism. You don't need to explicitly objectify women or declare that you hate women to be sexist. Just go check out Thorin's latest Meltdown on Twitter for some spark notes, of course, calling out game journalists and other people in the industry that she apparently doesn't like. But of course, she went on this rant that caused a massive wave in the gaming industry. There are a few people who think her yelling at a camera-filled rant was stunning and brave, and others think it was uncalled for, and she saw a few comments in her live stream and decided to call everyone terrible things. But of course, the wheel of dumb comments doesn't stop turning, because now, in response to this rant, Herter, who according to his LinkedIn oversees the brand division of G4, which houses the marketing, PR, social community, and branded content teams, tweeted, "Grateful to spend my life with a woman who smashed glass ceilings, honored to work with the women of G4TV's past, and humans like Frosk Kieran today, proud to work at a place that makes stuff like this. If you don't hear the below, unfollow me and don't watch us. We're not here for you." Now, I understand a generic great rant post from other hosts because they don't want to be seen as throwing their coworkers under the bus, but for a vice president to literally say, "If you don't like it, don't watch it," is terrible, and those requests never turn out well for the people saying them because they don't expect people to stop watching, but they do. People don't want to be attacked simply for existing because one host thinks the industry is filled with sexists. Frosk's rant was awful. It wasn't well thought out, and it wasn't meaningful. It came off as her just screaming at a camera because a few people in her Twitter mentions and in the live stream said they didn't like her. There's definitely mean, rude people on the internet, but does that really matter? People can disagree with your opinions, and if you can't take your viewpoints being scrutinized, you probably shouldn't be a host of a channel that supposedly gets thousands of viewers in their live streams every single day. And of course, to no one's surprise, his post is being completely ratioed. People disagree with Frosk's rant, his opinions, and I don't understand this mentality where you tell people if you don't like it, don't watch it. You have people that you have to pay. You have people behind the scenes that are working on, lighting for the show and placements and camera angles and scripts and all of these different things. You need viewers to be able to pay people. Do you not want to be able to pay people? Is that truly what you want? You're trying to bring G4 back, but you're letting people like Frosk go on a rant that is ruining your image. That is not a good look. People are saying things like, I would rather watch other YouTube channels like The Quartering, Geeks and Gamers, Friday Night Tights. Many comments here of other YouTube channels that people would rather watch. Someone said, imagine trying to bring back a network, then telling people not to watch. Hey, for me, it only takes one time. If you tell me if I don't like it, don't watch it, I'm not going to watch it. That's fine. That is okay with me. It saves me time, and I can put that time into doing something better. People are saying things like G4TV is still a thing. I do not think that they are going to survive 2022 at this rate. If we look at their social blade, I talked about this in a previous video, but they're still losing subscribers on YouTube. They're still losing followers on Twitch. They're not getting that many views on YouTube. And again, Social Blade sometimes isn't completely accurate. As you can see, there's a lot of days where it shows no views that have been rolled into the next day, but they're clearly not doing as good as they need to do to be able to pay many people. Yes, their Twitch channel has viewers, and I'm sure they've got quite a few paid subscribers over there. But at the same time, when you're telling a giant chunk of your audience, if you don't like it, don't watch it, all that revenue and all those views are just going to go down. You're going to lose so many people like they already have. They've lost almost 10,000 subscribers over on YouTube. Do you really think that that's a good plan to tell people not to watch? No, it's not a good plan at all whatsoever. That's not going to get you anywhere. Somebody said, don't watch us, we're not for you. Yes, alienating your core fan base has always worked out well, like Ghostbusters 2016, the most recent Charlie's Angels, the last Terminator movie, Birds of Prey, Ocean's 8, the most recent Battlefield game too. It's so true. Someone said, doesn't G4 stand for Gaming for TV? What does a selfish rant about personal crap from a small number of people have to do with the majority? Everyone gets picked on. She should have said that directly to the people at the time. People aren't there to hear her agenda. Unfortunately, new G4 isn't what people thought it would be. They are creating pretty terrible content. They're allowing hosts to go on rants like this, and they're putting up reviews for games that have come out years and years ago. They're putting up reviews for games like Anthem, and they're putting up reviews for games like Mass Effect Andromeda saying, oh, were we too hard on these games? It's okay to throw those reviews in, but you also have to be reviewing new games, and they're not really doing that. They're reviewing old content, and it's not going to gain them viewers. It's not going to gain them respect, and allowing hosts to go on rants like this isn't good for their image. I personally disagree with Frosk's rant. I disagree with this VP's also kind of small rant, saying, we're not for you. If you don't like it, unfollow me and don't watch us. I think it's a terrible business plan, but I don't think that G4 is going to survive 2022 anyway. I feel like their viewership is just going to continue to drop, and people really don't like them. People do not care about G4's return to the internet anymore. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to give it a like, share it, and subscribe to the channel. And of course, if you didn't, make sure to give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.